Good morning from my backyard garden. I thought I'd do a quick walkthrough this morning. This is Desert Rose that he gave me. Chris's friend. But it had like a volunteer of some sort in there. I'm going to have to get that out and transplant that. The flower beds, yeah, those are doing really well. Those are doing okay. I lost a marigold. That one's doing kind of but those are doing okay. I deadheaded them and they're doing better. The corn in the container so far appears to be doing better than the one in the earth bed. If you go over here, I kind of deadheaded these two. So this one is coming back pretty good. That one, not so sure about. We may have to do something different in there. I'm going to take you over here real quick because I have got so much stuff I've got to get in the ground. It's insane. Obviously the beans are needing to go in ground or in a bigger pot. We have some cucumbers there. And some more peppers. Baby watermelon ready to transplant. I want to really get some eggplant in there because I haven't gotten eggplants, and over here is the eggplant. Some cabbage. So all that's doing okay. And come around. My thing is always so messy. In the flower section we got the zinnias. I did this little weird thing with I ate a kiwi and decided to plant it, so it actually came up. Okay. And then all the flower section, bachelor buttons, zinnias, gardenia, I think it's called. The African violets, cosmos, all this is doing good. I just got to get the beds way over there prepared, and I'm going to plant some of that stuff. Still no slips on the potato, but that's about it. This one, I'm just going to show you, might make a comeback. That was the one where I did the strawberry runner, and so far, that's okay. The gardenia bushes are doing well. I mulched around them. Flowers over here also have to go into the beds. This is going to be my border for the one bed. I got my lavender, which smells so good. You see that? And then there's some zinnias I'm going to plant in ground. Some pretty flowers. Let's take a walk over to the... Whew, okay. You think this was 40 acres. Alright, so day before yesterday, I did plant the corn in the ground over here. Just trying to see which does better. And so far, as you can see, obviously, the container stuff is looking better. And then backwards up here, I planted a line of carrots. And then here was the onion bulbs I planted yesterday that I had. So we'll see what they can do. Oh my goodness. It's over here. This is our zucchini plant. I pulled one off this morning because this is like doing weird stuff. And it never got any bigger than that. So it's an odd shape. And then we've got some new growth on this one. Looks like we've got two more zucchinis coming in there. And then our butternut squash, little fat boy over there. And then there's several on the other side, more starting. This thing is taking off and it's running down the pallet. This pepper plant is doing fantastic. I've got little peppers everywhere on this thing. I don't know if you can see from this side. But I got at least about 6 or 7 peppers. Let me see if I can get in there. No. Maybe. Okay, well anyway, just trust me. Lots more flowering on it as well. This one's doing super well. Another Roma tomato. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been real impressed with the Romas. Got some more peppers going on here. on this one, and that one's doing good. I'm really excited about the broccoli. It's gotten big and it's starting to head there, which I was super excited to see. Also super excited, lots and lots of blooms on my bean vine here. And if you can see, look at there. How exciting! Bean pods. I've got them. Well, I'm going to go around without tripping over here. And then I got a bunch of little bean pods on this side. So I'm really excited to see that. Here's the Roma tomato one. And it has a lot on it. It's just, I don't know. Brussels sprouts, still waiting on that to do something good. I got a little new growth on this. Something weird coming up over there, I don't know. Yesterday I had a ton of little blossoms on the cantaloupe. No females yet. And then I harvested this little duck looking guy from my yellow squash this morning, a little crooked neck. The big boy tomatoes. You can see they're doing super good. I got several. Sun's coming up, so it's kind of hard to see. The carrots, which I don't have any on this side, so I did plant some more seeds on that side. But on this side, the ones that are there have gotten a lot of new growth. And this is my little citrus tree. And it's got some little blossoms. I forget what it's called, a clementine, something like that. And my poor little blueberry bush, it keeps trying, but the birds keep eating them as fast as I can. Get blueberries. So I should probably put some netting on that. And then over here we have my watermelon plant, which has decided it's got a mind of its own too. And it is cruising across the pallets. Had some blossoms on that yesterday as well. But it's not doing any female blossoms yet. And then we've got our little cherry tomato bush. And this thing is absolutely, can't get over there, but it's absolutely just loaded everywhere. Yeah. And the big boy tomatoes, not the big boy, sorry, beef stick tomatoes on this bush. I've got lots of those. That one's a little weird. And down here I got a cluster of them that are growing. Let me see if I can get that. They're looking really good. This plant's really healthy and looking pretty strong. Still have our strawberries on the plants here. I do have a couple coming up. And again, that's a chore. Between the raccoon, I think, or my granddaughter, it's hit or miss about who gets to it first. And then this is my little bell pepper, which I harvested my little bell pepper off of this morning, little mini bell, little green one. And it has lots of blossom. This is a really strong looking plant, I think. I got some more starting down here. And another one here. So I think that one's going to be a good producer as well. And this is my sweet pepper. And I have 2 on it. And that's doing well. And of course, you know, this potato bed. I mean, it's hard to know because there's probably something going on underneath there. Just haven't seen it yet. So I'll go back here. And I had an issue with this one, and so I sprayed it and kind of brought it over to the side. And I had a lot of something gnawing on my leaves. And it made a comeback. And then an ant bed decided to get into there. So I'm working with that too. But I do, this one here seems to be coming back around. And I got some okra growing on that. Some okra on that one started. So we're going to keep an eye on that and see how it does. That thing is just surprises me. I have no clue. I've never grown Brussels sprouts. I haven't grown a lot of this stuff, but I decided I wanted to. So the garden is coming along. I got a lot of stuff still to do. I did some chop and drop this morning because it needed some leaves to come off. But so since the last time I talked to you, I dug the earth bed. I just haven't had a chance to get out here and plant more stuff yet, but I will. Real quick, I'll walk back to the sunflowers. And look at that. I'm so excited. I'm not sure what happened over here, if I didn't use big enough little pots or if I planted the seeds too low, but the autumn beauties didn't come in over here. Some of the red suns and the evening suns, but the American hybrid giants, as you can see, are off to a running start. And I do have a red sun here, and that one's looking pretty good. And then I got the mammoth Russians. So I'm kind of trying to keep them up here because they're going to go in the back row behind the garden here from that tree across, kind of make a natural border. But I heard that rabbits really like sunflowers, so I'm trying to hold off. And the corn, I showed you this, but this in the earth bed seems to be doing less good, you know, a little less well than the one up at the front. I'm going to walk across real quick if I can. Last weekend we got the other two, because there's the flower beds there, and then we got the other two beds. It's going to make our entrance way to the garden area. My fence came in and blew over yesterday, so that'll be the fence to come into this section. And then once the garden gate's up around, you can see the pallet there that we're repurposing. It'll surround the garden, the main garden area. And then we'll have the entrance here. And then we'll have the fire pit areas right there with the tiki torches. We got the wildflower bed. And to be honest, we sown the wildflowers in it, so I really couldn't tell you what's what. But there's stuff coming up in here. Could be flowers, could be weeds, I'm not sure. So we're just kind of letting it do its thing. And so much work to do. But I'm enjoying it. Got my little harvest here this morning. And got our boards for the fence line. So that about covers it. That is the corn maze 2023. So I guess that's about it for me. Check you out later.